Yo, what is going on YouTube? GZTV once again coming at you with another playoff recap. We had Wednesday, April 23rd here in the first round, another set of game twos. We're going to talk about Heat, Cavs, and Magic, Celtics. I'm going to skip Warriors, Rockets for tonight. Rockets handled business. Jimmy got hurt. Not really a game worth talking about. But for the first time this playoffs, I'm going to be talking about my Celtics facing off against the Magic. No Tatum, no problem. Jaylen Brown scores 36. The Celtics beat the Magic by 9 without Jason Tatum. As it became evident that all-star Jason Tatum would have to sit out Game 2 of the Celtics' first round playoff series against the Orlando Magic, Jaylen Brown wanted Boston coach Joe Mazzulla to know something. Put some trust in him. He's one of the best second options in the league, and that's exactly what we did. We put our trust into Mr. Jaylen Brown, and he got it done. Great scoring night for him. Got us the dub. Yeah, man, you get Mike Vrabel, Robert Kraft in attendance for the games, and Jaylen Brown was putting on a show for the crowd. It was awesome to watch. Obviously, Boncaro was doing all he could. He was facilitating, doing all sorts of stuff, trying to be the leader, the young leader for this team. The man, Jaylen Brown, playing really well on both sides of the floor. Porzingis got elbowed and was bloody. That made for a tough, memeable moment. Cool stuff, man. Shout out to the Celtics. 32 points for Paulo Boncaro, who shot 33% from three. You get a 25-point performance for Franz Wagner, who shot 50% overall. And those are two guys, obviously, for the Magic that you're going to expect to kill. But the problem is, where's everyone else? I mean, Anthony Black's a decent player. Wendell Carter Jr.'s had a couple good games recently. And, man, a guy I'm starting to hate on the Magic, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell frickin' Pope. Used to have a lot of respect for this guy. Used to say, hey, he's a pretty underrated role player in the NBA. Now, trying to injure players. All these hard fouls, and you see the discourse on Twitter like, oh, yeah, it's just a hard foul. It happens in the NBA all the time. It's not good for basketball, and KCP's been a part of it. Had a shitty game. Sorry, I'm smelling my socks. That fucking figures. But, man, give Gary Harris, if you're the Magic, you got to give guys like Gary Harris, you've got to give guys like Anthony Black a little bit more of a shot on the bench. Those guys can score with minutes, I think, and Anthony Black's a young guy. Obviously, he's inexperienced in the playoffs, and you're comparing him to KCP, but he played way more efficient minutes tonight. Scored more points in less minutes, shot the ball better, just as good of a rebounder, just as good of a playmaker, honestly, just as good of a defender. Yeah, Anthony Black, at some point you're going to have to give him that starting spot now. I guess they're waiting until next year to give him a year, more years under his belt, just kind of watching and seeing how the guards play. And obviously it doesn't help that they don't have Jalen Suggs. That's kind of the hole that KCP's tried to fill. I guess Corey Joseph as well, but shout out to the Celtics, though. We're going to kind of get into them here. Talking about it, 20 points, 10 rebounds for KCP. KP, not KCP. 36 points, 10 rebounds for Jaylen Brown. One of the best games I've seen Jaylen Brown play in a very fucking long time. Not even joking. If you look through his game logs here, when's the last time he's played a game like that? Even comparable. I mean, I'm just kind of looking back through the dates. Been so fucking long. It's probably been since February since we've seen a game like that from Jaylen, and it came at the right time with no Jason Tatum, stepped up in his role. Love that as the leading guy in this game. We move on to the Heat and the Cavs, and for the Cavs having a 3-point barrage of a game, I think the Heat actually kept in this game, which is nice. And obviously that series might be a sweep, but at least we know that the Heat can stay in these games. But Donovan Mitchell scores 30 points. The Cavs hold off the Heat by 9. They take the 2-0 lead in the playoff series. Donovan Mitchell delivered when the Cleveland Cavaliers needed him most, as he has been doing all season long, hence a nearly 65-win season. Late game takeover. They get the series lead. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell just closing the game. Very clutch player. Great closer. Speaking of clutch players, shout out to Jalen Brunson for winning Clutch Player of the Year. Also shout out to my boy Peyton Pritchard for winning Sixth Man of the Year. I think those were both announced today or yesterday or something like that. So shout out to those guys. But anyways, yeah, man, Donovan Mitchell being a guard and catching oops, that's fucking crazy. And obviously we're in an era where there are a lot of athletic guards, but Donovan Mitchell is just different. Clutch shot after clutch shot throughout the game, and obviously Tyler Hero was flying around on offense and trying to get it done for the Heat. Just couldn't quite do it. I mean, obviously Davion Mitchell had a couple momentous shots throughout the game, and he's been putting up some really good minutes for the Heat recently. But You look at them, 11 points, 14 rebounds for Bam, 33 points for Tyler Hero. The usual suspects, the usual two guys you expect to try to take over. Man, Kel'el Ware, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Kel'el Ware, not the greatest game. I mean, they decided Hayden Highsmith and Nikola Jovic needed more minutes, so they just did that. Spoelstra did anyway. Maybe give Kel'el Ware some more minutes. I don't even know. I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation you have going on there. Kel'el Ware, pretty lackluster. He's not very involved offensively. Obviously, he's a rookie, and it's going to take some time to develop him a little bit. But, yeah, there's that. You look at the Cavaliers, 20 points out of Evan Mobley, who shot 50% from three, 70% overall. 21 points for Darius Garland. 30 points for Donovan Mitchell, who shot 70% from three. He played absolutely phenomenal. 7 for 10. That is incredible. Shout out to the Cavaliers. Getting the dub, looking at Thursday's games, really good games on the slate. I'm hyped for Knicks, Pistons, and Nuggets, Clippers. Obviously not so much Thunder, Grizzlies. They just played yesterday. Okay, they have to play again. That's kind of crazy. I thought they were giving most playoff teams the 2 days off, but I guess not. Thunder, Grizzlies, not as excited for, obviously, because I think the Thunder are going to handle that well. They should handle that by double digits every single game. But Nuggets, Clippers, and Knicks, Pistons, definitely some very interesting. Two of probably the most interesting besides like Rockets, Warriors series that we've had in the first round so far. So that's good stuff. But anyways, I'm out, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to, go do some reading, do stuff of that nature, shower. And by the way, for the Avenger video, I don't know when I'm going to get that video out. I still have like an hour, 20 minutes of the movie to watch, and I'll try to watch a little more of it tonight. But yeah, I should find some time tomorrow. We'll have to see what happens. It's just, man, I don't really have time with schoolwork. I'm trying to watch playoff basketball, and yeah, I'm out.